Yeah, we really showed that bitch. Timber! Watch out, coming down! Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Holy shit! Whoa! Whoa! Yahara provides! Look at her! Look at that! Damn! Yahara, you know what, Yahara? You're lucky I'm not in full control of my character right now in these cutscenes, or else I'd have him fuck you in the ass. Literally. Wait, what?
けだものあらあら
What's going on, guys? This is the One Man Army, Mr. Easy for Life, and today I'm coming back with you guys with another Blade and Soul video. Today I didn't decide to put any beta footage for you guys today. I'm actually showing you guys some of the endgame content that I actually used to run in while I used to play on the JP server a couple months back before the beta came out. This is the Mushin Tower that I used to speak about in a couple of my other videos. I believe in the Weapon Path video I was talking about the Mushin Tower and the Bowpie set that comes with it. So I'm just showing you guys the Mushin Tower. This is some of the endgame content that the Asian servers released for Act 3, I believe. This is like a level 45 dungeon for the first 8 floors. And of course, some of you veterans know that they came out with floors 9 through 15 for level 50 and above players. So anyways, this is just some Mushin Tower action. Please enjoy this gameplay. And yeah, but the whole discussion video for today, as you can see by the title, that we're not going to be talking about the Mushin Tower. I'm just here to pretty much give you guys a discussion video about the official release date that BNS has just announced. The NA servers have just announced for us, or I'm sorry, NCSoft West officially told us that the Blade and Soul NA and EU servers were going to be specifically released on January 19th. That's right, January 19th. Now, we knew that the game was going to be coming out in January, but we didn't figure out, or we didn't know what the specific date was. Now that we know, I wanted to get your thoughts and opinions about that. Since the fact that we know that the game comes out on the 19th, what are your thoughts and opinions about that? I want to hear your feedback about it. We're going to go ahead and start off with what I think about it, and then I want to go ahead and see what you guys think about it through the comment section below. I hope you guys give me a lot of feedback about this, because I do read all the comments. Even though sometimes that I can't get to all the comments by not replying to them, that doesn't mean that I didn't take the time to read it. So when I say I do read all the comments, I really do. It just doesn't mean I can't reply to you all the time. But for those of you I can, or for when the times that I can, then I go ahead and take the time to reply to them. Anyway, so yeah, guys, what I think about the release date on January 19th, I think it's a pretty decent date. Although for personal preferences, reasons, and all that, looking at my schedule, I honestly would have liked it to come out on the first week or the second week of January. Not gonna lie, I kind of wish that the game would have been released in early January, as I think the release date on the 19th is what, like the third week, almost the third week of January, or something like that. But I don't know. Either way, it's all good though. I'm glad that we finally have a specific date for it, and I'm actually gonna bring up a little bit more discussion topics in this video that I want to get your feedback on in just a moment here. So yeah, guys. Although we do know that the fact that it's coming out on the 19th, I believe there are some benefits for those of you who purchased the Disciple Founders Pack as well as the Masters Pack, that we're actually going to get a 3-day head start, early access towards the official server launch. So I think they stated that it was actually going to be on the 15th. Hold on, let me pull this up here on my phone. I actually have it here from the website. Let's see, it says that we are pleased to announce that Blade and Soul releases in North America and Europe on January 19, 2016. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. So, it states that available in fully localized English, French, and German, players from around the world will be able to experience the fantastical kung fu world of Blade and Soul, featuring the 7 classes from the menacing destroyer to the quick-footed blade dancer. Now, players will enjoy settings. Players will explore settings deeply rooted in the ancient mythologies and are able to master the martial arts, and as they seek revenge on the gripping and breathtaking story. Okay. So, and then it goes on to say something about the Founders Pack, so let's go ahead and break that down here. So Founders Pack offers a number of benefits and bonuses, and will continue to be sold until the start of an early access period for the Founders Pack owners, which begins on January 15th, right? Like I said, January 15th for the Head Start people, Head Start Founder Pack benefits. So those who have purchased the higher tier Disciple or the Masters Pack will also be able to reserve names for characters ahead of time, with reservations beginning on January 11th. More information on the name reservation process is to follow. So there you go. That's a little bit of information right there. January 15th is the Head Start, as well as the 11th is the time that we're going to be doing our name reservations. For those of you, like I said, about the Disciple and the Masters. We're going to go ahead and get into another topic right here. So pretty much 2 discussion topics for you guys here today. And that's going to be about the content. Now, I stated something about the content in my other videos back in July. I believe I made one video asking them to release more endgame content because I didn't think Act 3, the first 3 acts, was going to be enough. I kind of do want to take that back. I do think the first 3 acts will keep us busy, or it will give us enough content for us to keep us busy for our 2 through 7 characters, depending on how many character slots you buy. I do believe that the first 3 acts should be enough to kill time until acts 4, 5, and 6 come out. Although I want to bring your attention to something that they said, and I don't know if they did the same thing like this in the Asian servers. I don't know for sure if they did the same thing that the NA and EU is going to be doing here, but you know, those of you who play this before I've only been playing the game for about 6 months now, so those of you veteran players, you can tell me in the comment section below if they said this, and go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. So here we go about the content. So it says that at launch, Blade & Soul players will have have a max level of 45, right? We knew that it was going to be level 45, with the access of 1v1 arena and 2 dungeons not seen in our closed beta, which is called closed beta test period, which is called Black Ram Supply Chain, aka Serpent Supply Base, and E-Fleet Supply Chain, aka Bloody Shark Harbor, I assume. Okay, a regular cadence of content updates and patches are planned in the progress, and we will have more information upcoming on the content soon after release. Okay, so that's what I wanted to bring up to you guys, is that the fact that they're only going to be having 2 dungeons. Now, I could be wrong about the E-Fleet Supply Chain, meaning that E-Fleet Supply Chain could be either Bloody Shark Harbor, or it could just be the 6-man Paul Warren dungeon, and Black Ram Supply Chain will be the 24-man Paul Warren Serpent Supply Base. So I don't know for sure about that. And I wanted to bring your guys' attention about that because there's a few dungeons that they didn't say that they missed out that I kind of wish they would have released. And as you see, one of them that I'm running here in this video, the Mushin Tower, is one of them. And I wanted to bring your attention to that because knowing that the fact that we're only going to have those 2 dungeons, they're actually leaving out some of the content, like you can see right here. They didn't say anything about the Mushin Tower, and they didn't say anything about the Spiral Labyrinth dungeon. Now, as I said before, I'm not a veteran player, so I don't know if this is if they're doing the same thing that they did for the other Asian servers, meaning that they only released the first 2 dungeons in Act 3, and then Mushin Tower and the Spiral Labyrinth dungeons came later on in future updates and future patches and all that. So I don't know that for sure. But all I know is that the fact that we're not going to get Mushin Tower till later, and we're not going to get the Spiral Labyrinth until later. Okay. And in my opinion, I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that, I was a little bit, like I said, I was a little bit disappointed because I wanted to. What I was expecting to do is I wanted to raid the Spiral Labyrinth. I wanted to raid Spiral Labyrinth enough to the point where I was able to get that dragon weapon, you know, that legendary weapon that I stated in the weapon path video, I believe I said. That legendary weapon that Spiral Labyrinth drops. I was hoping to get that on launch, but I guess we're not going to be getting that soon. And I wanted to raid the Mushin Tower, aka the Game of Death dungeon that everybody calls it, and which is probably, as you can see, the only raid dungeon that's meant to be soloed throughout all the classes and all that. It's definitely a good dungeon because it definitely teaches you how to play your class more significantly than what you previously were. It's definitely a nice training exercise for you to learn and master your classes even better than before. But I don't know. We're not going to get that. We're definitely not, as it said in the message, we're not going to get that at the start of launch. And like I said, I'm a little bit disappointed in that because those are honestly really fun dungeons, and I really wish that they would have released that at launch. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they did the same thing in the Asian servers. I assume not, but I could be wrong about this because I understand that the Mushin Tower was actually, it was sort of like it was kind of like it came in at the beginning of Act 4, I want to say, because if you notice that in the closed beta, the chapter 1 for Act 4, which is called Two Silverfrost Mountains, which is in Act 4, 5, and 6 region area, the first chapter actually has you go through the Mushin Tower through some training, because as the lore goes on about it, I don't know the lore fully, but from what I've seen through the first chapter in Act 4 is that you go to the Mushin Tower, Mushin himself trains you, and you'll be ready to go on and take revenge on Jin Soyun. So that's what I've seen so far about the Mushin Tower. So I don't know if they're gonna release the Mushin Tower at the beginning, pretty much at the beginning of Act 4. They might, because and I fully understand that they actually might, because it's a level 45 dungeons through the first 8 floors, and we are gonna be level 45 coming into Act 4 basically. So I can understand where they're coming from with that. Although at the same time I don't, because I don't know if you guys played the Russian server. Now that Russian server isn't actually a real server, but it was more of a beta testing server that they never really took down. That some people actually do play the Russian server, but it's still in it's in an early beta stage period, I want to say, that I've been reading from forums at least. And they actually have the Mushin Tower available on that server as well. And that server's never moved on to Acts 4, 5, and 6. They only have Acts 1, 2, 3, but they have the Mushin Tower there. So I don't know for sure what's going on with that. Either the Mushin Tower will be released later on, before Acts 4, 5, and 6 get released, but at the same time they could change it up. They could change it up, because like I said, the first chapter in the Going to Silverfrost Mountains has you run through the Mushin Tower as some sort of a lore training as the story goes on. So anyway, either way, enough rambling on. Like I said, with the whole content and PvE wise, a little bit disappointed that they're not going to have Spiral Labyrinth and the Mushin Tower at the beginning. But at the same time, I am actually happy and glad that we're actually finally going to be getting some purple dungeons that we can run. Because I ain't going to lie, man, I'm actually getting a little bit tired of using that arena PvP set in beta. It's getting a little bit boring to use, and especially since the fact that my crit is so down, or it's so bad. Running the Pole Warren or the Bloodshark Harbor base raids is definitely going to be a nice refreshing touch for a lot of you people. I've actually featured those 2 dungeons before in my other videos, and yeah, either way, I just wanted to get at the end of the day, I just wanted to get your thoughts and opinions about the whole content being released and all that. As opposed to arena PvP 1v1, I think they're doing a great job at balancing out the classes. It's definitely more stable than it was before, right? And the fact that we're going to be getting the 3.0 skill tree is definitely very much appreciated. So with a little bit content that's going to be released later on, I'm still very happy that we're able to finally know when the release date was, and we finally get to have some more dungeons that we can run, especially in Act 3, since the fact that in beta, Act 3 has no purple dungeons, and we're finally going to be getting some at launch. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and go ahead and give me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below about the PvP and the PvE content. What do you guys think about that, as well as the release date of January 19th? Do you think that they should have just released the Spiral Labyrinth and the Mushin Tower immediately at launch, or do you feel like it was a right move for NCSoft West to pretty much release those content dungeons a little bit later than expected? As well as the PvP arena, do you think that a little bit more content or a little bit more options in the 1v1 arena should be available to you guys, or do you think that everything that they're doing right now is pretty much fair and pretty much fair and a right business choice for them to be making? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today. Like I said, give me your feedback in the comment section below. More content to come your way. Get ready for CBT 3 coming out, I believe, this Tuesday, and it's going to be open up until Monday, November 24th to the 1st, I believe, or something like that. I know it's going to be open up for 6 days, pretty much. And yeah, guys, get ready for that. Get your characters ready, your skills ready, because it was definitely well worth the wait. Since the fact that we only had to wait like pretty much 1 week right before the next CBT opened. Either way, guys, have fun in CBT 3 like I said, and as always, I love every single one of you Easy members out there, and this has been the One Man Army, Mr. Easy for Life, and I'm out. Peace!